But if you click subscribe and you go here, you do have to put your credit card information in, but if you hit the promo code BitSquad, then you get first 4 weeks for free. So there you go. You may have to decide to obey the law or disobey the law. That might end up being your decision. You can't stop it. They can't stop you from using Ethereum. They can't stop it. They can't stop you from using XRP. They can't stop it, right? But they can say it's illegal. Just like they couldn't stop anybody from smoking weed. But you know what they did? They made it a lot more freaking difficult for people. You don't think that's what they can do with Bitcoin? If the government comes out today and says Bitcoin is banned, you understand that stands in the United States as law, right? Like you can fight it, you can appeal it, you can still keep using it, just like people kept smoking weed until it became legal in their states, still not legal everywhere. But that's all they got to do is say it's illegal, you dummy. That's it. So it's really fascinating to watch the climate change stuff specifically, because I am not in favor, of course, of changing Bitcoin. I don't want to change Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I don't want to change Bitcoin to proof of stake. But if the wrong people, what you're seeing with Gary Gensler is, if the wrong people get in power, they can push this very, very, very far. Now, I wanted to bet somebody 2 Bitcoin that Ethereum would not be a security. You feel like that's a safe bet?
The Ethereum initial sale or the Ethereum?
No, not the token sale. Okay. None of the token sales are included because that's not
Ethereum as it stands today.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good bet.
Yeah. I want a Bitcoin maximalist who thinks Ethereum is going to be a security to take me up on that. So there's a challenge, Bitcoin maximalists. Whichever one of you is dumb enough to take on this challenge, I'll be on Twitter all day. Now, when it comes to that stuff, though, if hypothetically Gary Gensler were to win and bring basically all of crypto under his tutelage, regulation, like that's horrible for the crypto space, right? There's no question about that. Why do people want to turn away from the Bitcoin cycles? It just keeps going on the same cycle. Stop trying to predict the one gigantic outlier. I think, I'll tell you this, I am now starting to believe there is a good chance, I think, that we're at $50,000 by the time of the halving. If that occurs, we could be looking at the super cycle for Bitcoin. So I think kind of what we're going to do when we look at price predictions, because we're about to start doing price predictions here pretty soon. Some of them I'm going to take very seriously. I did take them serious last time, but I was too bullish and I think it hurt people. So we're going to probably go more conservative than people think we're going to. A lot of our numbers may actually not even be as high as they were for the last one, but we're going to give some different price points. And we're going to give you some predictions. If Bitcoin's at $20,000 when we have, if it's 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, we should be able to show you guys where we think we'll be based on those numbers. Because if we're at a higher price point than $35,000 by the time of the halving, we could be looking at a super cycle. It is potential. And TJ thinks we're going to see one, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, if we reverse diminishing returns, that basically means we get a super cycle.
I 100% think this will reverse diminishing returns this cycle.
Yeah.
And a part of that is I think we're going to get some type of regulatory stuff at some point throughout between now and the halving that starts to clear the path for some real big money to come in.
So this is from Shredder Slice. Here's some super chats. If I put 20K into 10 coins at today's prices, Bitcoin, ADA, Filecoin, Matic, XLM, Sand, Graph, Mina, Optimism, 2K in each. What can I expect my portfolio to look like in 2025? I mean, I would probably say $100,000 at least, right?
Modest. I think that's modest. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 250. That'd be like a 11x. Yeah, I think 250K is pretty reasonable, I think. All right, let's move on to tools that you guys could use. I'm going to review them. This is look into Bitcoin, making Bitcoin data accessible to everyone. No paywall, no data capture. Just free live charts using institutional grade data. Look at all these charts for free.
All this stuff is for free. It's a great free tool.
Let's check out the Pi Cycle top indicator. Oh, this is where the Pi Cycle top indicator was. Right. This is where we looked at it.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. It's very similar. A lot of same stuff that's on Glassnode is on this website as well. So on-chain analytics, all sorts of different charts.
Okay, so if you look back here, this is where it crossed. This is where we started the bear market, really. Of course, we did have a higher price point, but sentiment was a little bit better. You look here, you see we've got a wide gap here. It was at the widest, and then it bounced up. This was probably the widest right here, and then we're popping back up. So Pi Cycle stuff looks pretty good. Here's the Nupal. Not as good as the other one. It doesn't have the color indicators. Mm-hmm. Oh, look. When was the last time we peeked up into this? This was the 2019 run-up. Interesting. And look at this for the lows. Low. Higher low, higher low. I believe this is a higher low. Yeah, higher low. Interesting. And same thing up here. You get a high. Oh, is this a lower high or not? 74.82. Yep. So this is a high. This is a lower high. This is a lower high. And this is a lower high. So interesting stuff to look at there with the new bull. So yeah, so this is good. You guys looking for a place that's got free Bitcoin charts? It's lookintobitcoin.com. So there you go. So there's a cool tool for you guys.